Welcome to this week's showing, November the 12th, 2023, of what we have in turn called the Demolition Derby. Fairview IT Management Cup Series here at Lanes Raceway. We got several new drivers here with new bodies, or not new drivers, but new cars with new bodies. I don't know if they're going to make it through. I've never seen one make it through unscathed. But Glenn, he's representing for Red Fox. He's got a Red Fox body over here, and it is beautiful. And everybody's like, it is too nice for the oval. But nonetheless, he's got it, folks. You can see a couple cars already get their cars set up there. When they get them all ready to go, we'll be going green racing. All right, folks, looks like we're starting to get everybody in here right now. And, of course, Glenn putting his brand new Red Fox body down there. Guillermo made the comment a while ago after Ohio Valley Dirt being so brutal and a lot of wrecks, which is abnormal. He said, in Glenn's way, he says, Guillermo said, it is too nice of a body to be running this week. So, and of course, that's what Glenn's out there talking to me about right now. Because legit, he come up in here and that's what he said. He said, it is too nice of a body to be running this week. All right, racers, are we ready? Let the bud bath ensue. Watch your lights. And here we go, folks. You know this series. It is bloodbath for sure. Pure carnage. So hope these guys can keep her in there and hang on. We get nothing but breakouts. That's my fault. That's my fault. What's the breakout on this? We don't have a breakout on this. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, fellas. Let me get that fixed and we'll do a restart. Give me 2 seconds. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. That's funny. I'm sorry about that, folks. We will restart this heat. That is definitely my fault. All right, everybody. Are y'all ready? It is. It's restarted. I know, but it should cancel out. It's supposed to. All right, here we go. And here we go, folks. Fresh restart. Jay Latham now out in the lead with 5 laps, followed by Guillermo, Glenn, Nathaniel. Everybody running really good here so far. I hope I don't jinx them or nothing, but man, I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Maybe the guys were just used to running really fast cars. Oh, there's our first one going to the outside wall there, and 3 more individuals getting caught up in the incident there. Just from the view here, it looks like Randy, Hurtley, and Jackson definitely involved in that incident. And so we got another one involved too, Guillermo Sire. And I think we might have lost some time here already in the heat. So we're probably going to do another restart here, folks, because it looks like we lost some time for sure. Guys, it looks like we're going to have to do another restart here. You only got 2 seconds left in this heat, and I know for a fact you can run more than 29 laps in a heat. So line them up. I'm going to restart the software, and we're going to try to run this again. I'm sorry about that. Folks, we're having issues yet again with the software. No, this software is just garbage. I'm going to just say that for everybody. Rough night for TrackMate software for sure. All right. Hopefully this time, guys, it'll hang in there. I don't know. We're having some serious issues with this software here lately. All right, if everybody's ready, watch your lights. Here we go for the 3rd restart here this evening. Let's see if we can make it 2 minutes, folks. I'm asking a lot of our racers here, and I really am sorry. But I'm trying to keep an eye on it. Oh, and a hard hit to the outside wall there. That looks to be the Ohio Valley Lawn Care owner. Garrito the Burrito. Garrett Burden. He went hard to the wall. So he'll get started back there on blue lane. And 1 minute and 50 seconds left to go in the heat. the yellow flag. Looks like Jay Latham's car gets tossed up in the air there a little bit. But looks like he negated a lot of the damage there, as the car seemed to just go right up underneath him. Of course, Jay was our leader. This is probably going to change some things. Get another flag there on the plate. One thing we're starting to notice here is that, you know, people are hitting the cars, but the only person coming off so far is the person that is on the wreck. Nathaniel Burden this time. Get 3 involved in that. I guess spoke too soon. I will say this too, folks. If you are interested in birthday parties, we have the package for you. Definitely stop by here at Lanes Raceway. We're the best for birthday parties for sure. If you're even want to just have a private event, we got some nice private event packages too that you're more than welcome to call and ask about, as we pride ourselves in keeping the prices low but the entertainment high for sure. And don't forget, we got plenty of races going on. Thursdays, we got GRC for the rookies and stuff like that. And looks like Guillermo Sire's car is flying to the outside there as he gets busted up there pretty good. We keep her nice and warm in here during the winter months too, so if that is an issue, just know that we do run heat in here and try to keep the door from being fanned. Ooh, hard hits there. Randy Kirtley involved in it. Looks like Guillermo Sire got sent to the wall there. .40 seconds left to go in this heat. Several cars coming off on that one. 40 seconds left to go in this heat. Looks like everything's working pretty good now that we had a little bit of a refresher. Of course, there is no breakout in this open class. Glenn Burden got a smoking fast car. That red Fox body is moving all the way up to the front, folks. He's not playing games. The old orange and blue mobile representing for Dodge. That baby's screaming, folks. A median of 1.58. That's the second fastest median. Best lap of 1.534. That's right up there with everybody. Screaming, folks. And he's even on yellow. So Nathaniel on purple has advantage over Glenn. People might be wanting red Fox bodies after tonight. So we see the track mate here, Glenn Burden, out in the lead by a lap. 76 total laps there on yellow. If it goes to show you anything, 74 from Nathaniel down on purple. So, you know, he's run 2 better than that, and he was higher up on the hog. 75 from Jay there on orange. And Garrett 73 on blue, Guillermo Sire 71 on green, 59 for Jackson on white, and 68 for Randy on red. And we'll leave you guys here with the oval and be right back with you. All right, folks, 2 seconds before we go back green racing. We see old Action Jackson there going back to his red lane. Here we go. Your leader, Glenn Burden, out on orange as we already get a wreck taking place. And Glenn Burden actually caught it full speed in that brand new body. Two leaders there, Jay Latham and Glenn Burden, both getting started back. That's going to put Nathaniel Burden in first place. Well, or put him in second. I believe it'll put him in second currently. As Nathaniel Burden's fixing to cross the line for 77. Hard hits yet again. I heard that one on the side of the wall, so one made it all the way to the wall that time. Burden was one of them that came off there. He's got to be upset there as he was in the lead, now dropped to third position. Tied up with Jay Latham there on White Lane. Guillermo Sire also there, 76, all the way down in fifth position. Randy Kirtley 72 on green, and Jackson 63 on red. Jackson getting a little bit down into the dumps, not being able to make it. As you can see, he's kind of leaning up against the track. He's exhausted, folks. He's down in the dumps about how his performance has been this week. I told him, I said, the only way you can get better is to beat yourself. So if you can do better than you did last week, beating yourself, you've done better, and that's what matters. You know, that's how you make it to first place. You got to constantly beat yourself to be able to beat others. So if he can just focus in on his time and do better next week, like right now he's running a 1.92 median there on red, and his best lap's a 1.906. If he could do a 1.8 median next week, or even now, you know, that's beating this 1.92, and that's going to get him up there closer to the guys. Of course, Glenn Burden there, he's been involved in several incidents so far here. His median's a 5.35 currently, because he's only been able to turn 2 laps. He's been involved in a couple incidents here. Dropped from first all the way down to here. He's definitely not happy, I'm sure. A lot of times these races, that's what they boil down to, folks. They boil down to 1 or 2 laps. Nathaniel Burden there, 84 laps there on black. Garrett Burden there fighting for it there on purple. As we see a car sent to the outside wall yet again. That possibly could have been Garrett, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, Garrett's still on. So it's another white car. Must be Randy Kirtley. Two other cars coming off here. Randy Kirtley and Guillermo, and then all the way down on black, Nathaniel Burton. So Glenn was able to at least dodge that one, so he might have a chance here if he can just get Jay, not Jay, but he can get Garrett to wreck a couple times. He'll probably be right back up there in the mix here. Is that all the way down to 5th position here? It's very, very tight. Randy Kirtley, of course, running up high, so I would count him. It's just tight all the way around, folks. 1 minute and 24 seconds left to go in the heat. We get another one sent, ping pong ball off of the track into Jurassic Park. And Burden involved in that incident too. Everybody left their driver's safety for that one. It must have been Randy Kirtley's car that came off and got ping-ponged up against Jurassic Park. A pinball machine. 1 minute and 21 seconds. It is a bloodbath, folks. Not for the faint of heart here. The NASCAR series is always pretty brutal. So Jay Latham there getting reseated there on white lane. On orange, Glenn Burden. And on green, Randy Kirtley. With a slouch down there, Garrett Burden slouching down in the high banks. Our current leader there in the Apollo 1 speed wagon there on purple. Just goes to show you, you keep the car on the track, you can win races. And another one, high, hard hitting up against the wall. Glenn Burden slamming on the track call button there. So the nerves are definitely reaching to a high degree here. So Jackson, that's Jackson's first time coming off. Quite some time. Glenn Burden there, his car off again. Possibly having some issues with his car. He's been involved in several wrecks this heat as he's dropped from first place all the way down to 5th. Jay Latham doing a little calisthenics, stretching the old legs, maybe practicing some karate kicks there on Action Jackson. Garrett enjoying himself his favorite drink here at Lane's Raceway, the Black Cherry Frost Top. Here we go. Looks like we're going green racing. Looks like Glenn Burden's got a lot of issues with his car, as he's telling everybody to just go ahead and go. 1 minute remaining in this heat. Three-way tie for first, second, and third. As we get a car to the outside wall yet again, and one comes off the lid all the way off the grid. And that looks to be Guillermo Sire coming off the track. I believe God flag broke in half there for Glenn Burden as he come in here and got him a Cahosa God flag. Guillermo Sire, your current leader right now, 117. Car and getting it set back on there. Three-way crash. And all the way to the top, a little bit of a chain reaction from all three of them starting there from green all the way up to red. Chain reaction happened and hit Jackson and knocked him off the track. So he's a victim of circumstance there, folks. Nathaniel Burton also coming off there, of course. The car falling all the way to the bottom of the high banks caused both those cars come off. Another car flying all the way up to red lane. 40 seconds left to go. Guillermo Sire, your current leader. Followed by Garrett Burden and Nathaniel Burton. There's Jay Latham coming all the way up. You are now in the presence of Garrett Burton running quite smooth there on Purple Lane as he comes to try to get Nathaniel down there down low, and he's looks like Nathaniel Burton might have a gear slippage or something taking place there as his car is very, very slow down on black. Something's going on here. Something's come off here. Full axle or something, I don't know, but whatever it is, can't be good. So both the Burtons out right now currently, working on cars. Like Glenn Burden's coming back in here. 26 seconds left to go in this heat. 2 of 8. A lot going on here. So nonetheless, folks, this will be our last race that we stream here tonight. But definitely come back and check us out here the 16th, this coming Thursday, for GRC Road and Oval. As long as we can get everything up and running, we will definitely be trying to live stream at least the road course race that night. All right, we got a full field now. Everybody's happy, and here we go, folks. 4 red lights drop out to a green. 25 seconds left to go in the heat, and so far, not too bad. You know, some big town time for people to work on their cars, but as for wrecks, actually not as bad as I expected after the Ohio Valley Dirt Late Model Series. Guillermo Sire there, currently winning out in the lead with 147. Garrett Burton right there, really close behind him with 146. Nathaniel Burton 143, 139, 138, and we get a red flag rotation for your top 4. We take a look here at the track mate, and we can see Guillermo Sire turning an impressive 81 laps there on blue. So if that's anything to be expected of what's going to take place here, he's really on the mill there after the first heat. And Garrett Burton there with 73 and 75 there on purple. Really the best out there on purple. I'll leave you guys over here with the oval. We'll be right back with you. Here we go, folks. 5 seconds. Jackson in high spirits. He was excited there about red lane. He says, I was dodging wrecks left and right, folks. He gave me a dinosaur roar before he left. But I'm sure he's glad to be off red lane. Now he's exchanged with his buddy, Jay Latham. And Jay Latham is flying on red lane. as he was able to see the wreck hit to the outside there, and he was able to break up before he ended up catching one of them cars. Jackson now there on green lane. It's probably going to fare a lot better. Jackson hates starting on the NASCAR Cup Series or the Fairview IT Cup Series here at Lanes Raceway. He hates starting up high, but him and Randy Kirtley have somewhat of a curse. Anytime that I put their names in, for some reason or another, even though it's random, it usually puts either one of them up on red or white. So we see a car go to the high side yet again there. Jay Latham just barely touching it in the back end. Not a big deal there. That looks to be Glenn Burden's car again. Of course, not good for Glenn for sure. As he was leading the race with that thing, and he was flying too early on, folks. That's how it goes sometimes. It feels like you just got a magnet attached to your car, and everybody wants to hit you, or and once you get hit so many times, it does some serious damage and bends to the car. And then what ends up happening is you struggle the rest of the race along, just simply because having those issues. So bad for Glenn to have this happen to him so early on, but it is how it is sometimes. It's like they got a braid that might be rolled up. They're going to roll it back. All right, 4 red lights dropping out to green. We're going back green racing, folks. Guillermo Sire, your current leader by 5 laps. Garrett Burden really putting up a fight, though. He's 162 currently. Is another car wrecks there on the high banks there, causing the orange car, Jay Latham, to pop out, fall into white lane. So Jackson and Glenn possibly got together there a little bit coming out of the dead man's corner there. A lot of stiff competition, I guess, as Glenn and Jackson are fighting for position currently. Oh, as we see several cars go flying. Looks like we have 3 involved now. It's Nick Garrett, Guillermo, and Jay. It's like Guillermo Sire's car coming off yet again down there on purple lane. think Randy Hurley might have got involved there a little bit into Jay as he says sorry to Jay. Both of them getting called back to the start-finish line here. Here we go. 4 red lines drop out to green yet again. Starting to live up to its name, Pure Carnage. So we're already into another incident here. One of them up on its lid here. I think that's the first wreck for Nathaniel Burden in this heat. And Glenn Burden, they're getting put back up on white. And another one there to the high side yet again. That's an orange car there. I think that might be Jackson involved in that incident. So Glenn Burden and Jackson yet again getting a little bit tangled up there, coming through Dead Man's Corner. $40 seconds left to go in the heat. We got a rider there on white lane. That rider was Jackson as he came off and got back on white lane. 17 seconds left to go. Jackson and Glenn still battling it out down low, 168. They are the race that's taking place currently right now. And they are side by side currently. Ooh, so we see down on green, Jackson actually giving a little bit of a love nudge to Glenn, actually causing it to come up high, I believe, on Jay. Due to chain reaction. Guillermo Sire actually coming off there on purple. And we get a red flag rotation on that one. And Jackson enjoying himself with his signature laugh. He is tied up with Glenn Burden down low, 177. They are the battle currently right now. Between these two, they're battling back and forth within one lap of each other. As up high, Guillermo Sire there with 232 to Garrett Burden's 224. He's running in the 80s here, Guillermo is. Randy Kirtley probably the closest next to him to catching those 80 laps, but he can't even catch Guillermo there currently as it stands. I'm going to leave you guys over here at the oval and let you guys watch it, and we'll be right back with you. All right, we're back, folks, in a huge wreck yet again, heading over towards the pinball machines. As I missed who that was involved in that incident, but it was brutal, to say the least. 151, made it 9 seconds, folks. Garrett Burden holding second place within 8 laps to first. Next closest to him, 5 laps back, that's Nathaniel Burden. Randy Kirtley there, 221, running a 1.55 down low on purple. And a hard hit there as Garrett comes out of the track here. Actually holding up Jackson there. Looks like the car got slung down there. And Nathaniel Burden there on orange. Garrett on yellow, and on purple, Randy Kirtley. And a tire comes off a car there. Okay, Latham taking a quick look at his car from the previous wreck. Could be a broke axle. I've seen that a few times here at Lanes Raceway. Sometimes the axles get broke, folks, when they're getting hit this many times and this hard. It's a full-blown debacle, to say the least. Jay, he is crawling, folks. He's getting down there down and dirty to grab that that tire there. It always is. Nathaniel Burden got a car in his hands. His car. Him and Jackson, I guess, involved in that incident there. All right, 4 red lights are going to drop out to green. Here we go, folks. Car goes to the outside yet again there, and it looks to be possibly Jackson again. Struggling to keep the old car on blue lane. Getting a little chilly here at Lanes Raceway, but the guys are loving it. They just told me just a few moments ago that they were hot, not to touch anything. I said, all right, I won't. So I didn't. But back here in the shop, it's getting a little chilly by this refrigerator for sure. Somewhat of a battle ensuing here between Randy Kirtley and Nathaniel Burden, as they're 1 lap separated from each other right now currently. As we get a car all the way to the outside there, that's Glenn Burden, and a nice gentle rub there by Glenn as he puts his own car back on. 1 minute left to go. And Glenn comes out yet again there on red lane, but he gives himself a nice gentle rub and puts himself back in. As we get a car to the outside, that looks to be Garrett Burden. Hadn't wrecked in a bit. His car coming off, causing a little bit of a altercation there. It looks like it might have collected either Nathaniel or Guillermo. Or Jay, I'm sorry. I was wrong on both of those accounts. I just know that usually Guillermo and Nathaniel have red cars, but I forget this is the Fairview IT Cup. Guillermo has a red car, but Nathaniel's running the Moose Mobile. We get a car to the outside yet again there. That looks to be Jay again. Garrett and Randy also getting pretty close here as Randy's making some pretty aggressive moves here down low on purple with 30 seconds left to go. Ooh, and a hard hit there on the backstretch, collecting several of the guys here. Jay Latham looks to be the Apollo 1 of Garrett Burden, currently in second place. And he slots Garrett back in. I guess Garrett wasn't out after all. But Guillermo Sire is going to come back around here, and he's going to load up a car or two here. One of them is going to be Jackson there on green. The other one, of course, or I'm sorry, Jay on blue, or Jay on green and Jackson on blue. Sorry. $20 seconds left to go, and we're over halfway. Tied up Garrett and Randy as Randy goes to try to make the pass before it's said and done, and he's going to do it, folks. So we get a yellow flag, and Garrett gives it up as he ends up wrecking here right before the end of the heat. Randy Kirtley's going to take over second position here with 290 total laps currently. And we get a red flag rotation, folks. Here we go. We take a look at Guillermo running 87 laps there on black, folks. Woo, it's impressive. Randy turning one less lap than him on purple, 79. But to run those kind of laps, very, very impressive. Okay, got to fix that real quick as we get a timeout here in the session. Should get us back going. Gonna leave you guys here with the oval. We'll be right back with you when we go green flag racing. back to it, folks. Green flag racing, 153. Guillermo Sire, your current leader, as we get a track call. And Garrett gets involved in an incident there with one of them red cars. Looks like we got another wheel on the track here, folks. Might be from Nathaniel this time. He gets his tire tool out. He's ready to go put that baby back on. You get an up front view of that. Nathaniel couldn't have been positioned more closely to see you put his wheel and tire back on. He gets that baby put back on. Here we go, folks. Ooh, and a little gentle love tap sends one to the wall. So Guillermo Sire get that gentle love tap down low from Jackson. So he sends him to the wall there. Might have a few words there for Jackson. All right, here we go, folks. 4 red lights, drop out to green. Not going too bad. Pretty smooth so far for the NASCAR series, or the Fairview IT Cup series here at Lanes Raceway. It's been going quite well tonight. So we get another track call, and what a wild wreck we seen there, straight to the wall. And that thing bounced about 30 feet up. That might be the highest one I've seen so far. Guys, what a wreck. Speaking of humongous wrecks, not considering myself, after this race, all those that have paid the $100 to get in all 4 of the race series here, the 4 crown races, if you don't mind, talk to T and let me get your shirt size. Just remember, that's for the people that are in all 4 series that have paid the $100. Let me get your shirt size so that way I can get our t-shirts ordered here. No, he's only in 1 series, honey. Unless he wants to pay $100, then he can. You can ask him that. Like I said, it's only for the guys that are in the whole series. I mean, I guess if you wanted to, we can make him one, but you have to pay, for the shirt. I mean, we can offer that to the guys if they want us to make them one. I guess I have to pay for the price of the shirt. No big deal. But it's really not going to look that good when it's only just one series race, one of the crowns. And the moose comes off again, folks. Freshly getting that tire put on there as we get another one. Oh, narrowly missing. Woo, sweet mercy, as that one went to the high side. We could have seen another incident like we just did see just a few seconds ago. That thing was flying high. I think previously, though, that was Guillermo Sires that took the high flight. And that one there, of course, being Jay Latham's red mobile. We got a stalled out car here at the Moose Mobile from Nathaniel, having some issues with his cup car. Looks like Garrett's getting stuck back on the restart line here. And Glenn Burton on the green. Dad, see if you can get that off. You might need channel locks. You got channel locks, Steve? Evidently, the track has came up. As soon as we get done selling these Mid-America guide flags, we are done selling them for sure. They are very sharp on the tips. If you drive it too deep, it ends up rolling the braid and making it peel. And that with the humidity and the coldness in the air, that's another thing, making the braid stiffen up, shrink. The warmer we keep it, the better the track runs. The better that the braid stays on when it's like that. But looks like we're going to be down for about 15 minutes. We'll be back with you whenever we go back green. I don't know if it'll be 15 minutes or how long they're going to try to do it, but it usually takes a few minutes for it to cure. All right, folks, looks like we're about ready to go back green racing. The guys have got the track laid down. They're going to get standing back up. Of course, we got several sick this week, as you can tell. We only got right at 7 people in the races this week. Several of them out. I know my brother, he's out, sicker than a dog. It's just going around the county. Everybody's getting sinus infections, sore throats. Jackson, he's battled through it. Of course, he's young. He's had a sore throat, but he's battled through it. He's been racing and stuff. I just hope I don't get it. I just got over being sick twice, so I don't need it a third time. So that car got pushed aside. I don't know if that's Jay or Guillermo, but they're the only ones I know that run the red cars. Looks to be Jay. So got pounded, and Jackson celebrating with a little bit of a loud clap. And Garrett there getting himself put back at the start-finish line too. For those that don't know, we do serve fresh cotton candy here at Lane's Raceway. We make it ourselves. We usually do it right at the beginning of the day. So if you want it the freshest, definitely get here around 5 o'clock on most days. 3 o'clock on Sundays, like Saturday. We make it, we got a grape, strawberry, and blue raspberry. And then we got plain. A lot of people just like regular old cane sugar cotton candy, believe it or not. It's pretty good tasting, really. Not to mention, we still do serve the ices here at Lane's Raceway, and we got fresh baked cookies here from Livermore Subway. So if you're interested in that, definitely stop by. You can get 10% off Subway, speaking of that, for every one of your orders. So we see the boost car of Nathaniel popping off yet again there. That car you see in the high banks, that's that body of Glenn Burden's, the red Fox body airbrushed. Everybody was saying, oh, that body's too nice and everything else. Well, he is drawing a crowd to that body, as I think Randy Kirtley now wants one. It's holding up really well. As many wrecks as Glenn's been in today, you know, it's kind of sad that he's been in so many with a fresh body, but you can tell that that body there is holding up quite well. So we might actually have some more people wanting some red Fox bodies. They are a little bit more expensive than your standard Mid-Americas and stuff like that. But it looks like it's going to be worth it. So, you know, it's really low to the ground. Cut out Dodge Intrepid, I think. I'm not really for sure. But it's good looking. As we see the car of Nathaniel flying high side again on red lane. Or white lane, I'm sorry. 21 seconds left to go, and we got a track call here. And that looks to be Jackson coming off. Possible braid rolled up. 21 seconds left to go in the heat. We're 3/4 of the way through, folks. Just a couple more heats, and that's it. We do appreciate everybody that tunes in and watches. I know the guys, they use this to check their track times, and you know, it's a little bit of history for the guys too as they grow older. You know, it's like, you know, I used to be a professional slot car racer. You tell their kids, maybe, I don't know. If I was a part of it, I would definitely do something like that. Dad, it ain't up that bad. All right, folks, looks like another quite a long wait here. As we see Randy Curley applying glue there. We're turning the heat on now, so hopefully after we do that, this won't happen again. This is just physics at play, you know, a little bit of constriction here from the braid getting cold and everybody running really aggressive on it, and it's pulling on the braid. So when that happens, you know, it just pulls it free. So we warm it up a little bit. It'll give it a little bit more of a rubbery feel, I guess, and it should hold on. But we had the same thing happen to us last winter whenever we would keep the heat off. So we'll try to keep the heat on, at least blowing on this track, and keep it warm enough that the braid don't pull free. But as soon as we're ready, we'll layer down and we'll go back green racing. All right, folks, here we go. 4 red lights dropping out to a green. You seen Randy Kirtley use the fan to help us along there. We appreciate that. Hopefully that doesn't happen again now that we got some heat rolling in this place. I know people might start sweating for the last 3 heats, but at least we put some heat on our track. We might not have it popping off of the glue. Had a little conversation in here with Jackson during the break, and he's a little downtrodden about running towards the back in some of these pro classes. I told him, I said, man, don't get so upset about it. There's some stuff that he could get to match up with some of these guys that he just doesn't have. But this being his first pro series, he doesn't have to win everything that he does, but he's kind of spoiled to it, as he ended up winning one of our previous series. And he still may win the GRC series, during this series. Guillermo out in the lead, 399 total laps. Randy Kirtley there in second with 376. Garrett with 357 to round up your top 3. We're going to leave you over here with the oval. But like I said, as it comes with Jackson and other younger guys, they always want to win and stuff. But, they're racing against some guys that are really quite good, as we've seen there with Guillermo running 87 laps there on black, and Randy Kirtley running 82. Garrett runs 76. It's his first series really that he's been running into, and to be in third place running that, it's pretty good. Jay Latham now going to be starting to go down low. He's running 76 there in the middle, third best lap time so far on blue. So these guys are running with each other, trying to get everything they can out of these cars. So it's not going to be easy to be able to run for podium, let alone first place. So I definitely don't want our kids getting discouraged, but it's like I said, they just got to get a little better. And if they do that, then, first place is definitely within the sight, but you gotta earn it. You gotta really fight for it. Minute 24 seconds left to go before we go back. Debacle of a race. Mainly not the racer's fault this week. It seems to be the track going against the racers now, with the break coming up a couple times. But we'll be right back with you. All right, here we go, folks. And before I could even sit down, we had a wreck. Guillermo Sire there out in lead, 403. Randy Kirtley, 380. Garrett, 361. About 20 laps separating everybody here. Jay Latham there, 353. You might be able to close the gap with Garrett this heat. Nathaniel Burden currently not in the race, as he's getting hooked up right now. And Jackson, 313. He's hanging in there, folks. And Glenn, 306. All right, folks, sorry about the interruption. I had a few customers I had to take care of. As you can see, we have got a lot going on here. Several people working on their cars here. Don't know exactly what's going on here, but a lot nonetheless. All right, folks. So after that heat there, bowling down to the last one, my mouse went dead on me. I was out there helping them get the cars on a little bit quicker as this is kind of running a little bit late. Like I had made an announcement before, we'll not be running the GRC Oval second race. We're out of time. Guillermo needs to be heading his way back home. He's got a long trip for sure. But we got one more heat left to go, folks. Guillermo, you're current leader now by about 20 laps. Minute and 45 seconds left to go in this heat, and we'll be rolling hard as quick as we can. I'll come back in here and announce the winners, and then we'll be doing our final little bit of, we give a lot of the problems associated with the track tonight, not wanting to cooperate too well. But nonetheless, it's happened before. It was bound to happen again. So I'm going to leave you guys with the oval, and I'm just going to leave them so you and all that. They'd be back in here with you when the heat is over. All right, folks. So there we have it. That's the end of the race. Guillermo's going to take home first place, 606 total laps. Jay Latham there, 583. Randy Kirtley, 583. But if we was to look there on the oval, which I think you guys might have before they picked the cars up, Randy Kirtley was just a little bit ahead of Jay Latham. So Jay Latham, of course, is going to take third place to Randy's second. Now, I know it was a long race, and we appreciate every one of you hanging in there. If you did, if you didn't, well, I understand. Nonetheless, that is how it goes a lot of the times in the Fairview IT Cup Series. A real brutal beating of a track for sure. We're going to get all these things updated within the next couple of days, so you can check back on Lanes Raceway for the points updates and stuff like that. Of course, the IndyCar, I believe, we got to go back and look at it and do some averages and stuff where we lost some time. This one, at least, we lost the time early on. But nonetheless, thank you guys for tuning in and watching Fairview IT Cup race this week. God bless you, and